There it is. Oh, Jesus, I'm not in the right spot there. Oh, that's my bad. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. Forgot I did that. Hey, welcome back. Just a little problems. I'm forgetting things. It's fine. I didn't break everything.
It's been a long day.
Could be longer. Still got more. Okay. So, yes. You, now have been discussing things. What were we planning? Oh my god, my brain just broke. My brain
We're
just...
looking into the Naga thing just to figure that one
Yeah.
out. Like, honestly, what we're doing right now is just trying to, like, weigh our options and see what we have.
Okay,
What might be the
if you would
easiest.
look into the group that he talked about, which, again, names elude me, and I will give you a name shortly. I was just seeing if there was a name I could use. It seems as though the group itself, bloodline-wise, takes you back to the Serpent Hills.
Okay.
There were rumors of a number of odd temples and structures that the Yuan-ti had along the way. And if you look deeper into the group, it seems a group of them did move back to Chult of this bloodline and settled into an old Yuan-ti temple in that area.
Okay. Ugh. So we can send him to one of two places. Where is the Snake Mountains or whatever they're called?
The Serpent Hills?
Yeah.
They are to the north. They would be... I now have to open all my maps, because I got a bunch of them, but I have to... forgot to open them all. Because I closed them in... Here we go. Open containing folder. Yay. That is the Callum Sham map. I need the Sword Coast map. Thank you. Load it up. Let's see if this one has the Sword Coast.
Oh, there it is. Found it. It's by the High Moor.
Yes.
That's actually decently far north. Okay. Yeah.
Man,
it's been a... Oh, gosh, yeah.
getting like a decent map that tells me stuff in a way I want it to. Yeah, there's the High Moor.
Did you download that thing I sent you?
I did. I just haven't opened that one yet. The really good Toril high-resolution map that has insanity. It's loading.
It literally is completely insane. Although, I'll be honest, it can be a little overwhelming and hard to find things because it has so much information. Anyway, yeah, that's...
What the frick is Cormier? This is the map. It's there, which would put it over... Well, I know the general area of it. There's the fields. See, like, I've got a map that, like... Oh, there's the Serpent Hills. Okay, found it. Over by the High Moor. Which is a little marshy.
Yeah.
God. Ugh, I'm blind on this map.
Oh, the one that I sent you. It's
No, it was that one. That one is loading up. This was another one I had.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
god, the
really...
zoom in, it's still so good. Oh my god, it's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, found the Serpent Hills. Now, because I understand it now. Oh, it's near the fire marshes. That sounds so pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's near
Also
Baldur's
near
Gate.
Also near the Forest of Worms.
Oh.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of pleasant named places in Faerun. For various reasons.
Now, Trollbark Forest is also right there.
It's just a barking troll in the middle of it, you know?
Yep, good times.
Anyway, so that's pretty far north. Chult would be closer. Chult would 100% be closer.
Yes. If you would look into it, you would have to head in through Mesero, and it's about halfway between Mesero and the Swamp of Sorrows.
That sounds really pleasant.
Look, frickin' Faerun has awful names for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, see those tiny islands in between the coast trail and there. They could, like, make bridges to those tiny islands and then use those tiny islands to go across, and that would be really wonderful. So it actually might be, like, 3 bridges to get across. Yeah. One to that first island, another one to the second island, a third one over.
Yeah. I do want to say, though, that the, that, you know, some of them, like, you know, the Marsh of Sorrows is still probably better than Synthi, Sari, and, you know, like, Sadath in Sarath. And those, weirder names. I'm pretty sure those are, lizard folk settlements. Those are 100% lizard folk names.
Good old lizard folk.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
But yeah. Yeah, so deal with him, so that's an option. Okay, and I'm actually gonna search the name Diaston. See what comes up.
Lots of results. Probably like
Really?
dozens of results. Oh, Diaston, like the full name. Probably like probably like 4 or 5 people. We'll say 5 people will come up as Diaston. All of them seem to be people from the modern day.
Okay, well, I figured. Also, there's the point where, you know, the next thing I find out, Dia is the most common first name, and Ston is the most common last name.
Not that bad. God.
I was weird, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like John Smith.
But you will see that it appears that, Dia is a popular name, to the south. And, Zakhara. And Stan happen to be the last name for people of that region also. So it seems most of them come from there originally. Which tells you that most likely the original came from those lands.
Mm-hmm.
She was known to be in Faerun, though, last she was seen.
Yes.
Like, the last place that she was in Calimport, being cared after. She was not in the cult area when it was attacked, so that she remained safe, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I just can assume that doing much, like, I, out of character, can think of several ways to simplify this and make searches better, but in character, probably no clue.
Would our infant be able to help? I think.
Or our new IT friend.
I actually show him, like, the profile pictures of whatever of this Diaston. I'm like, are these any of them? Can you tell?
Look, you know, I saw her once, like, a long time ago, so I am not the best one to ask questions about what she looks like. The original? You have to remember, I had, like, a good 1,000 years not in a amulet to do stuff before I got an amulet for you guys.
It was worth a shot.
Again, like, I think I ran into once when I was doing some cult stuff, but you were more my thing for back in those days. You were getting some stuff you wanted. I got some promotions back in the day, you know? It was good times. Good times.
Yes, It was worth a shot. Actually, that's a question. Did any of our characters ever see her?
No.
Okay.
I think that, Mishka, you had heard of her just through your parents. That there was someone that was part of the ritual, a woman that was part of the ritual, but you never had a chance to meet her. And the other two of you probably didn't even know about her. You only knew more about, like, that there was a powerful ritual that was going to be done using the eye.
Mm. Very well. Like, more my... Part of my question was, like, maybe she was just a member of the cult, but it wasn't stated clearly her purpose, and not... Anyway, that's... nothing like that?
No, unfortunately.
Alright. Very well.
So I wouldn't know anything that would help either, in that case.
Unfortunately, probably not. In this case.
Still seems we need to find a better way of finding people before we can find her.
Well, half of these people are hitmen. You know, they're pretty good at finding people. Except
I'd rather
trust them not to kill her.
I wouldn't trust them not to hold her for ransom of some sort. At least not yet. I think we need to wrap our hands around these cult members and get them more on our side before we can trust them with tasks like that.
Ooh. I wonder if we could, like, you know, get some of their hair or their blood or something and then be like, look, we have this now. If you try shit, Asmodeus is gonna fuck you up. We'll find you. You know, just kind of threaten them a little.
Maybe we can scare them with the weird glowing blood. Scare them with that thing.
Glowy blood is always fun.
Exactly.
Well, you've got some options. You know that your best bet is to check out Chult for the bloodline of people that the Naga wants to kill, but you don't have to get a Naga to Chult. You can find out that there are some plains that would take you north towards where the eye was last seen, if you really look into that. The bloodline of the girl, so far you're coming up empty, though, is the only thing. But you do have some basic information that will lead you that way. And as for the cult, you have 5 members. So hey, beyond you.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere.
You are getting somewhere.
We haven't died this time.
You haven't died, you have more information, and you got a number of leads. It's just which one is you're going to pursue now that you've kind of, like, discussed the information and organized the information. And found a few more things out today. I feel like today has been like the, which of these is the best option? Let's think about it for a while and discuss after the meeting. We had the meeting, and then we kind of, like, hit into this.
Yeah. Like, I think there's a point where it's like, okay, we need to figure out our next steps. We got what we could from the ruins. Need to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
I still think building the cult is a good idea.
You could take some time building the cult and try to do some stuff to do that. We could say that.
You know, I think I need to look into how to build a cult out of game.
That's gonna be an interesting Google search.
Yeah.
let's just say I googled it right now in incognito mode because I didn't want it affecting my search history.
You can always, I'm pretty sure some of these books somewhere, whether D&D or Pathfinder, has Cult Building 101 in it, I'm sure.
Oh my
There
god.
might be. Actually,
Well, there probably are evil cults. D&D
I think there was
cult.
something like that in the DMG, but at the same time, there was also one of the books I got for
D&D making a cult.
something.
How to create a realistic cult in role-playing games.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Very helpful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But these are just like, you know, people like on the D&D Beyond like forums were like ideas for a non-cliche cult.
Yeah.
Or apparently in the
Some
D&D
help.
Reddit, some people were talking about making a cult too. I mean, like, I could also look up if to help you guys out if you want. I would have to find it. The Way of the Wicked was a third-party Pathfinder adventure path that was also about making a cult of Asmodeus. Well, making a cult of Asmodeus, but it was a classic D&D setting and in a place that was one religion that was a good religion rather than multiple religions. So you know, Asmodeus was certainly outlawed. I played through most of that game. It involved murdering a king and stuff. It was fun.
Yeah.
And disassembling a religion, one step at a time. You know, the enemy religion. But I think there was some, like, weird cult rules in that. But unfortunately, it's trying to remember and figure that all out. And I don't know if I have all the PDFs. Anyway, yes, so, if we want to say you want to spend some time concentrating on building the cult, we can look onto it in between sessions and say that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm just going to have you kind of fast forward through that portion if you want to concentrate on it a little bit and build some cult before you go on one of the major missions.
Because I just think that'd be a good idea. I just think it'd be good to have a basis before we try to branch out.
Yeah, and we can talk about next time after we go over stuff about what your result is for that. But we'll say you worked on a basis beyond the 5 members you already got. So if you want to choose one of the other 3 paths for now, we can then switch over to that, and then, as I said, in between sessions, we'll figure out what you were doing for it, and we'll just discuss the results of it at the beginning of next session for cult stuff. Just to make it easy, because that's a lot of stuff that probably can be moved over very quickly, just in general cult building. It's like...
Actually, you know it'd be good to look at for how to build a cult? World of Darkness.
That's true. They have some good cults in there.
There's literally there's actually a... Okay. Well, anyway, we can figure. I just don't know, because that's the thing. Is like I feel kind of stuck until I can like look into like, you know, what'd be good or would be.
I'd say we ask our newly founded members who's good at finding shit. And then we get a better direction for the eye.
Oh no, I think like that's the thing is I think now that we have a couple members, we can start to dig into them and see what they can offer and you know see what we can provide them and like that's the kind of stuff we'll role play next time. I just don't know what we should be like. I just need to like look into like cult stuff to figure out what to start with because I think this is I'm lacking it. It's something I've never thought about in real life. Which is kind of odd, because I think a lot about a lot of weird stuff in real life.
Well, you can add cults to the list now.
Yep.
Hey. Hide to selection. Yeah, no, it's tough.
Okay. So we'll, as I said, we'll discuss some things in between sessions on cult stuff. Just, like, throughout the next week, give me ideas about, like, what you're doing to build it, and I'll tell you we'll go over the results of that in the beginning of next session. So, we'll build through that. Because, again, like, I feel like the cult stuff, we could play through it, but it's going to be a lot of, like, nothing, like, you know, like, handing out flyers to people and meeting individuals. We'll just kind of, like...
That's the thing is, though, I don't think actually cults would be that great. Like, it was good for getting a first couple members, but I think cults tend to do a little bit better.
Yeah. So,
Differently.
what's your major plan, then, for which of the 3 other ways are you going about after... We'll say you spend, like, a couple more months building the cult. How's that sound?
Yeah.
And just give me some ideas about which ways you're going about it, and I will let you know the results. I'll look in, like, you know, figure that out.
I have a great idea, don't you worry.
Okay, as I said, throughout the week, just throw some good ideas in the Discord chat of all of us, and I'll let you know what we'll kind of discuss that at the beginning of next session. So anyway, yeah, which one? Going back to that now. Which do you feel is best? Do you want to go towards Chult and try to get a Naga there? Do you want to head north, or do you want to continue trying to figure out a way to investigate the girl?
Afterwards, I think getting the eye... Or, no. Afterwards, I think dealing with the Naga would be a good idea.
Hey, Damien, you're so loud all of a sudden.
I could...
You show up and just meow.
I thought that was,
She just showed up,
that...
jumped up on my bed, and made
Yeah,
like...
no, I thought that was Stream Niece whining in the background.
No, she's at school. Oh, actually, she might not be
yeah.
at school now. She has like a doctor's appointment, so I think she's getting picked up around now. So she will be home, I think, early, because it will be... Her appointment is late enough that it won't be good enough to go back to school. But still, meow, meow, meow. Why were you making large meowing noises? Okay, so you're going to try to figure out a way to get a Naga to Chult? Or do you want to go to Chult first without the Naga, figure out what's there, and then bring him back? And then bring him.
We could do it in stages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can go over there first, and then we'll see what we find.
Yeah, it's, as I said, that you could probably hop a plane for, because it's over the ocean there, and probably, freaking, Mesero probably has a place you can go into. So you can go from the airport from there to Mesero. Mesero probably has the only large airport in all of Chult. So that's probably the place you have to go into anyway. After that, Chult is still very jungly. There's probably more towns along the coastline now, a lot more cities, a few cities in some of the inner locations, and a few roads, but is still very wild.
Will probably never change.
I mean, it is the land of dinosaurs. You can't get beyond that.
Well, I mean, because that's the thing is, like, after things get a little too urbanized, then you got the people who start to fight back against urbanization and being like, this dinosaur's going extinct, we can't let it die. I don't know why that struck me as so funny. Oh my gosh.
Not the dinosaurs.
Yeah, anyway. The irony hit me really hard.
Alright, since we're pretty close to our 1 o'clock time here, I was thinking, why don't we stop a little early? I know we started a little late, but that's fine. It'll give us a little time for the 3 of us that are coming back for Legacies, and then we can go over the cult stuff at the beginning of next time, and then like how the results of the cult growth has been, and then start your adventures and heading towards Chult in one of your 3 main phases that you're doing. Getting the amulet, which will again help with the Chult, which is going to help with the cult, and kind of talk back that, and then getting the eye maybe, and then getting the girl, and then doing a ritual, and then, you know, evil.
Yep.
Yay!
Working on the plans. So, yeah, let's call it for here now. Let's have people give shout-outs of stuff. I'll start with Worm.
Yeah, I'm Diamond Worm. You can eventually, again, find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm. And at Diamond Rim on Twitter. Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Okay. Jinx?
I'm Jinx Jams on Twitch and Twitter. I stream on Saturdays mostly at varying time. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I do art sometimes.
And then, Jess.
I am Bubblegum Viking, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. And now on Sundays, we've moved on from Resident Evil 5 to Resident Evil 6, and oh crap, is that a game?
Oh my god, that's such a bad game.
It's so bad! The tutorial took like 30 minutes to get through.
I never fully played it on my own. I got it for PS3, I think it was, and I played through part of it, and I was like, this is awful. And I have watched through someone play through it then, because I couldn't do it on my own. It was so bad.
Okay, I'm even one step lower. I started to watch someone play through it, and I got bored.
You have to get the people that will live with the awfulness.
Chris's. I played through Chris's and then Pier's.
Oh god.
Campaigns.
Yeah.
That's it. I like those two, so it's like
either have the right person to play with where you can just go through the awfulness, or the right people to watch. That game.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck to you. You'll need it.
Oh, it's so bad.
It really is. Oh. As for myself, Tantus Naravan Dracovin, find me here very often daily. We'll be back around 2 p.m. East EST for Legacies of Kain, which Jess and Worm will be joining me along with the Carpe Diem. If you're looking for more RPG stuff, on Thursday at 8 p.m. EST is Children of Wrath. That's a D&D game set in a Magic the Gathering universe, so it's very Magic meets D&D. Grinding Gears is every other week. It's off this week, but on next Sunday. And then discussing tabletop for more tabletop stuff on Saturday. For gaming stuff, I'll be doing something special tomorrow, and I probably will get back to some more 7 days sometime this week. And then I don't know what I'm doing on Friday. Either 7 days, my special game, which I have yet to announce, or it's something else. I'm trying to get back to the variety on the channel, since I've been playing, like, the last couple of months, a billion hours of 7 days.
That's a lot of 7 days.
I have played more than I probably should, but I keep doing it because it's very easy just to set up and do. And I keep thinking to myself, as like, is it as entertaining as it was from the beginning? I don't know. I'm going in and smashing stuff and exploring and looting. And talking about some stuff around that randomly during that time. It's like it's that completionist deep within my soul has kept me going.
Mm.
And that completionist is a jerk. So I'm going to try to get a little bit more variety. I'll probably still do some 7 days, but less. So, there we go. Anyway, yep. So, see you everyone in about an hour. I'm going to go get some food for lunch and stuff. And then, if we're looking for this again, next week, same time, same place, we should be back. So, bye for now, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.